What's up, everybody? We're back. We're playing some more Minecraft. Today, we're actually going to be doing. It'll load up here in a second. There we go. I'm just going to be working on making some more storage cells. But before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead and actually show you some of the things. One of the things that's really cool about me having a new hard drive that's going to work correctly, which is working correctly, as we can all see, uh, is that I have a lot of free time because I will record like, I don't know, 6, 7 videos, and then I will upload them all. I'm also possibly going to be getting fiber finally, which is crazy uh, because they are working on putting one out, putting a fiber line in here in this town that I live in. It's been totally dominated by cable, uh, traditional, copper cable lines for this entire time. And it's really been kind of a bummer because, uploading videos could take all day. Even though I have an 11 megabit upload, it still could take all day for me to upload multiple videos. Part of the reason that I ended up with burn in on my monitor. So hopefully that goes through, they get it installed, and we end up getting on that, because that's going to jump me up to anywhere from 300 350 megabit upload, which is amazing. It'll also make it so that I can stream much easier. Even though I can stream now, I just haven't been doing it. But if I got plenty of upload to use, then I should do some more streaming. So but it gives me a lot of free time. So we want to go ahead and we want to talk about the things that I've done. It gives me free time to explore things, try things out in the game that otherwise would be kind of boring to do on a video. So I've done the Crystal Growth Accelerator. Anyone who's acquainted with applied energistics will know that this is how you optimize your crystal growth generation for Certus Quartz. What you do is you take a Certus Quartz block. This one's damaged now because I screwed it up, but you can go and get yourself a flawless Certus Quartz, which, as you can see, it took forever for me to get a Silk Touch, but I finally did. Repeated over and over and over again. Uh, enchanting on my. I was very unlucky. Enchanting on my enchanting table. It took me like 2, maybe 3 whole stacks of lapis of and going out and fighting a bunch of stuff to gain XP, because I don't have an XP farm yet. But we got that going. So let's take a look at how you make the growth accelerator uh, before we get going. Remember, I know I've said this in the video before. You don't want to pick up flawless Certus quartz. You can see I went and got the 4 from over here. So you don't want to pick those up until you have Silk Touch. So you can bring back a flawless uh, Certus quartz. Okay. Uh, the thing is, though, is that I noticed that, let's go to my Certus quartz. You'll see the same thing. All I have is a flawed. I don't understand what's going on. I don't fully understand this. If you are more acquainted with this mod pack than I am, with Applied Energistics, for some reason, even though I went and got all of the flawless, they turned into flaw anyway. With my, I picked them up with a Silk Touch pickaxe. So I don't know what that's all about. It's actually rather aggravating, but it is what it is. So let's take a look at how to make a crystal growth generator after we talk about how you set them up. So each one of these needs power, okay? And you can put them on every one of the sides except for one of your Certus Quartz block. Each one of these accelerates the growth, obviously. So let's go ahead and look at the growth accelerator. You power them with Fluix crystal lines. I believe you can also use the mechanism lines as well. But this is how you build them. Fluix block, which is just 4 Fluix crystals, and then some iron and some Fluix crystals and quartz glass, and that massively accelerates. You want the best Certus quartz block that you can get, because that will actually increase the rate as well. So see, See how it's just instantly starting to grow again? This is actually slightly slower than if you're doing this with a flood. So it's actually much, much faster. It's already ready to go again. Boom. See? So that's how you maximize your output of Certus quartz. So I've been kind of grabbing a few of these every single time. Like I said, I'm going to be working on making some more storage. I already made another ME drive. You can see that I moved everything over to the wall. This is because I set this up so here I have a drive, here I have a drive. At any point in time, I could just add more drives, more drive bays like this, and just remove one of my Fluix crystals and just keep going to however long it needs to be. And then I don't have to route any more Fluix ME glass cables, anything like that. I can just run them as they are, no problem at all. Just if I need that much space, I could have this entire run right here made of ME drive bays, and then it will automatically switch to where it'll automatically be ready to go with the Fluix ME glass cables already. So keep that in mind. Other than that, really all I'm doing is increasing storage. Then I need to learn things like the construction. There's ways to do like a bunch of different patterns and things, and then I'll be able to integrate with import buses and export buses, all of these as well. So I will be able to simply request take raw iron and put it into the advanced enriching chamber, and it will automatically turn it into dust, which will automatically be put into the smelting factory, and then I'll have more iron bars. You see, that's really the end game with applied energistics. Also, I've done the upgrades on the advanced enriching factory and the advanced smelting factory. I will be upgrading these to elite and all of that kind of stuff as well as time goes on. But this is plenty fast enough for me as it is. They have more slots, and I've been going around putting speed upgrades in pretty much all of my stuff that I use. Especially the electrolytic separator. I actually recommend doing this much earlier than I did, going ahead and putting a bunch of speed upgrades in it because it makes refilling your jetpack much easier, much faster. So, the other stuff that I've done is I have gone through one by one and I have upgraded the energy cube. Okay. So each and every single one of these energy cubes have been upgraded to the ultimate energy cube. This took a lot of resources, but it's okay because I had them available. And yeah, it's kind of ridiculous how much electricity I have in the bank right now with all of these ultimates that even though I have the diesel generator, I still needed more trickle power. I still needed more trickle power because of how much of a bank of energy I have now, which we'll get into this here in a second. What's over here? So you can see that I actually added the immersive engineering windmills just to make it, a little more for variety's sake. I added the immersive engineering windmills. Then I also, geez, I swear this mod pack is just like I feel like day and night cycles are just super accelerated. I also added even more wind turbines up there. Added a whole nother row up there. So I've got that going. I just needed more trickle power to refill my elite or ultimate energy cubes. Uh, I also have optimized a lot of different stuff over here. So I've got, of course, the creosote. I believe this made it into the videos, so I don't really need to touch base on it. But I've got the elite or the a tank for creosote oil, which is working down here. We've upgraded to the fully improved blast furnace. I know that made it into the videos, which is creating steel for us when I put it in there. Then we've got our creosote, which is just creating lots and lots of creosote over there. What's cool about having a big tank of creosote is you could just take one of these basic fluid tanks over there and just bucket it until it's full, and then take this fluid tank over, sit it wherever you're doing your immersive engineering stuff, which is the engineer's crafting table. Uh, and that allows me to go ahead and just have this available for when I need to make things like uh, treated wood planks and stuff like that for immersive engineering. Makes it really, really easy. And you're not constantly trying to unload your creosote from your main coke oven. So this is the I'm using the second fluid tank for ethanol because I always have a bottleneck. I've actually switched from using sugarcane over to potatoes because they make the same amount of ethanol, and potatoes actually generate faster than sugarcane does, as I've noticed. So I'm using potatoes instead of sugarcane as this fills up. The only thing with potatoes that you need to remember is that you need to set up an item router to go ahead and accept potatoes and not the poison potatoes, because poison potatoes will go ahead and clog up your industrial fermenter because they don't turn into ethanol. So make sure to use an item router if you're going to use potatoes on your stuff. And item routers are actually really easy to make. I don't actually fully understand how they work. I just put all potatoes in the areas that I want potatoes to go. So I don't use that as the dead, like, this is how you do it thing. So I set this up to take ethanol because I want a surplus of ethanol, because I'm always at the bottleneck of ethanol. You get so much seed oil from uh from industrial hemp seeds that, see, I'm just at a bottleneck right now. I'm completely full. So I really need to go ahead, and I probably will. I'll make another fluid tank, probably either behind this or maybe over there next to the seed oil. And I'll pipe it in so that the seed oil is actually sent directly into a tank, and then the tank sends it into the refinery so that I can just have an open surplus of it and just convert it into biodiesel whenever I need. So, other than that, I created a spot over here that is going to be used for magic. The magic stuff, Ars Nouveau and Britannia and stuff like that. I routed an ME crafting an ME crafting table over here so that I can go, ME crafting terminal. There you go. Over here, put up some extra, some extra chests so that I can keep stuff. I need to make things like, let's just give you an overview of this. Ars, what is this actually? What's that? Starbuncle wheel? Weird. Huh, I don't know what that's about. Uh, Ars New. I don't remember how it's spelled. There we go. There's all sorts of stuff. Nouveau. Okay. Things like the source links, and there's source relays, enchanting apparatuses, all this kind of stuff that will give me access to some of the magical stuff, and I'll be able to get like a spell book and have spells and stuff. I don't really need it, to be honest. I thought I was gonna really need this for one major reason, and that is that I really wanted to. I was trying to get Silk Touch and it was taking forever, so I was starting to look at some of the other possibilities, and you can get Silk Touch through magic, but I just don't. Now that I have Silk Touch, I'm kind of torn because I don't really need magic. I'm actually really quickly running into the end of this mod pack. I've already gone over to the Everbright. It actually ended up being a super boring video, so I don't think it actually made it out. I went to the Everbright and there was just not a lot going on in there. So I'm a little disappointed by that. Uh, there's really more going on in the Nether than really at the Everbright. So we might check out a couple other places. I know Twilight Forest is pretty cool. So I should be able to figure out how to go in there once I go and recheck all that stuff. So, anywho, I have so much power now that I needed more energy generation, ergo this. But there is something that I do want to do, which is why I built this tower over here, this whole facility. This is going to be the nuclear power, because the way I looked at it was, even if there's not anything interesting in the end game of this mod pack, other than, of course, the end and defeating the Ender Dragon and stuff like that. Uh, I can do the nuclear power and get the stuff that I need because I don't need the power. Honestly, I don't. I generate plenty of power as it is. I could just expand my wind turbines, make more wind turbines, make more immersive engineering stuff, even set up water wheels with generators and stuff, and I would be just fine because I have that massive bank of power. But you do need nuclear waste to get things like polonium for the mech stuff. So what I think I'm going to do is for all this stuff that I really wanted, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go after the nuclear power generation, try to get all of this stuff like the mecha suits and stuff like that, and then maybe go kill the Ender Dragon. And then, as sad as it is, it's probably going to be the end of the mod pack. So it is what it is. It's fine. The only other things that I could do is, like I said, set up all this stuff for the automated crafting and all that kind of stuff. And is it necessary? Not really. Not really, when you think about it. But I do have a couple of tricks. I decided while I was talking about all this that it'd be kind of boring to watch me just make more storage for this. So one of the tricks that I want to talk about is the digital miner. Okay, the digital miner, for one, you've got to do a lot of upgrades to go ahead and get it to have more power and stuff to run Silk Touch. So let's see, where is it? Oh, it's not in here. You need a power upgrade for this to be able to have enough power to run Silk Touch if you want to. So keep that in mind. You are going to need a considerable amount of power. I believe, let's put in upgrade. Energy upgrade right here. Obviously, this isn't that bad. I could make this, which would allow increases energy efficiency and capacity of machinery. That's going to allow you to increase the energy that you have on here. And Silk Touch, as you can see, not enough energy to operate. Needed 96 kilo FE. So you need to upgrade that to be able to run Silk Touch if that's what you want to do. That was one of the options that I was thinking of when I was having such a hard time getting Silk Touch on a item. So like my plan was actually to go to get, do the Ender Dragon stuff, get an Elytra, and like get the flying stuff. But the real question is, what am I going to do after that? Not much. That's the whole deal. The cool thing about Minecraft is that there's a bajillion mods. So I could just go find another cool mod pack and do that one. So this time, though, the digital miner, what you do, you have a finite radius, okay? In your config, you have a finite radius that you can go with. That means that you're going to exhaust your resources in a radius of 32 from where you are. So like right now, I have pretty much taken everything. I might be able to get some like redstone. Let's see. Can I get any more redstone? No. See, I've grabbed pretty much all of the useful stuff that I can grab with this digital miner here, but you can actually do just fine without it. Okay, you grab this digital miner, you go up here, you grab one of your energy cubes. I recommend going with at least an advanced. The smaller energy cubes aren't going to last long enough. An ultimate is like awesome. It's the ultimate. It's awesome. But you go, I've already done this many, many times. You go, you take your digital miner and your energy cube. You cruise over here. I learned that you don't need a a piece of cable. You can actually just put the energy cube into the digital miner. So here we went quite a few blocks away. We'll drop our digital miner. Now I've done this a lot, so I might not even be able to find it. You take your energy cube, you put it right here, and then every time you pick it up and you put it down, you need to redo your configs. Even if it shows that you're doing your config, okay, that it's still on, it actually isn't enabled until you shut it off and turn it back on. So like, I bet I've taken all the diamonds. Like, let's see. Yeah, there's 0 diamonds here because I've already been all over the place grabbing diamonds because of the ultimate energy cube upgrades and all that kind of stuff. So let's go back into config. Let's say gold. This is gold. Yeah. Take that. There's 77 gold. See? So even though there wasn't any gold over there, I can go 32 blocks away, grab the gold, and I'm off to the races. And it's, of course, draining power from the ultimate energy cube instead of itself. So, what you want to do to optimize this is you want to increase the speed of this. Otherwise, this is going to take you forever every time you relocate this. So make sure that you upgrade you have a really strong energy cube and you have all of the stuff that you need. You have speed upgrades. That's what I'm trying to say. Uh, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I've been having a lot of fun with this mod pack, but to be honest, yeah, there's just not a lot more to do. I could do even more automation, but I don't really need any more automation. I would need more automation if I was to go ahead and I didn't realize the storage drawers was in here. I wonder if this was added in one of the last updates. Hmm, that's cool. Storage drawers is a cool mod. But it's okay. It's okay. Even though I'm going through, I've done essentially everything except for the magic in this build. We've all seen someone fight the Ender Dragon. It's not like it's a big deal, especially since I have the atomic disassembler. I'm just going to go over there and fly around and chase him and smack him until he's dead. If I need regeneration, I can just make some potions, kind of a thing. So I might still do that. I don't know. But I've done pretty much all the things. Uh, it is unfortunate because I made all this cool stuff, but sometimes you just gotta move on when it comes to Minecraft. So we take our ultimate energy cube back out and we grab our digital miner and we go back. So remember that when you've exhausted the resources, you only need to really go like 32 blocks away from your main area and put it down and let it run. So get a bunch of speed upgrades in it, get a really good energy cube, and drag it over to somewhere else and get more. I've already gone all over the place grabbing diamonds. I went all over the place grabbing iron, grabbing redstone, all that kind of stuff. And I just bring it back and I set it right back up in the same spot for safekeeping when it comes to the digital miner. I know that I believe after you upgrade its power, you can go ahead and actually have it upgrade its radius even further, so you don't necessarily have to, but it is what it is. It's fine. It's easy to just go and move it around and do that kind of stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. We're going to grab that. We got to double check our side config. We want output down. Okay, good. And then all the others are inputs. And there we go. It's not. I've been having a whale of a time on this. I still want to get the mechanism, the mecha suit stuff, and I want to explore the radiation, the whole nuclear power thing. So, what I need to do that, as we're wrapping this video up, is I'm going to need to go around with my digital miner all around the place and get uranium, which means I need to go down into the mines and find myself some uranium and hit it with the dictionary so that I can set it up to go ahead and so that I can set up my digital miner to get it. Once I have all of my uranium and stuff like that, and lead is the other thing that I need for all of the radioactive stuff. Once I get lead and I get my uranium, then I'll be able to get that started. So that's what's going to be coming in the near future on this mod pack. And then once we're done with that, maybe we'll go kill the Ender Dragon or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll go figure out what's going on in the Twilight Forest. Who knows? Any way you look at it, we're Gucci. I didn't need as many leather as I thought I would. So I probably could have left this main base, but it's fine. All the same. Is some cool stuff though. I definitely urge you not to tune out on this run because there is some really neat stuff. Oh yeah, let me put my gold in here. Uh there's some really neat stuff in the nuclear side and also The mechanism stuff is pretty cool. The mecha suits, I got to make things like HDPE. You know, like this stuff is fine, and I have plenty of netherite to make a netherite stuff for this. Basic induction coil. This is all easy stuff. I actually don't know where to get lithium. Chemical crystallizer. How do I get lithium? Decondensation. Chemical oxidizer. Yeah, that's lithium, liquid lithium. Weird. I don't know. See, I got to go do some more research, figure out what's going on with that. Because I don't know. Look at how fast that thing is in the enrichment chamber. Nutty. So good. Yeah, I don't know how to get lithium, actually. Would it be salt? Thermal evaporation? Brine into liquid lithium. And brine I get from, oh, water in a thermal evaporation chain. Condenser, whatever it is. Controller. So water or seed oil into a thermal evaporation condenser or controller. How do I make you? I don't know. Oh, that's not thermal evaporation block. Yeah, this is all doable. Okay. So cool. Yeah, we'll learn about all that stuff. But that's probably going to be the end of the videos on this mod pack when we get there. I might go ahead and just get a wild hair and be like, I'm gonna do an Ars Novo as well. So I can't always guarantee that I'm not gonna, but we are nearing the end. That's the whole point. We are nearing the end of this mod pack, and then I'll have to go find another mod pack to play. Maybe something with a little bit more danger is what I'm thinking. A little bit more, oppressive monster influence in the game, so that I can have a little bit more hectic gameplay instead of just all the chill that's going on here. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. We'll see you guys on the next one. Uh, and yeah, peace out. If you want to help out the channel, you can hit up my donation links in the description below.